This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Usema munyi na ukaba mfambra Boadu TV so na JB ene Ivan Innocent na Ama Agyarko omo afaya sisi mahama se oma free for enti we appoint we minister we hwan ya fuo na nka ombema okupon na okoto no sisi mahama se we twem enti obi enu ha free for DSTV allowance ne sa no mani nyina mahama se we twa ni nyina mu nya de na point is there omo ebe enjoy nti na man match ma dwen da phone se mahama waye adwuma nyina wo nya twa we mu de na se sika no omo loduru nyina de gum na yedi Ghana for ye na yebedi ye de be development kama Ghana Police Prison Service army hwan security service nyina say binum krani toilet kokuma se a omo toilet no yey we team ani bi no mokoko so a ani so je bia fire e wo ho yekoti omo
NDC abawe no bibi ombeye bia no mo planning. They are just being strategic.
I see.
Sir unim se a china reporter me news portals no mi hunu se a china and a Ghana Revenue Authority ebe introduce one city energy sector levy na.
Yes.
Womo a postponed a china and womo de beba. Yenim se NDC abai after 7 December ya President Mahama started adwuma. First quarter the coupons eko.
Oh yeah. First quarter.
First quarter there.
First half of credit.
First half, yeah, yes. Because you're 7th month.
Sure, yeah.
You're pack quarter who cry. You're second quarter.
Yeah.
Ye ni mu se senior biano. Best 6 months. I want more edi wa be mi die. Ekwan bi aso no. Fuwe coupons eko. First, sa energy levy buy 1 cedi no buy no. Mse Ghana for buffet. No kwa mi post tu near maybe wo social media so. Me platforms.
Okay, can what dream?
Maybe bo imagine because me we say obi to say Shamima, Ama Pratt no money they justify na wo mu defend it or my ready. So bet you 1 cedi no. So my ready na me say like seriously. Our presidency, ya ma free a coupon. Fu wa no beji ni free. Oji beji ni free ama.
Ya ban san ba boka.
Asa so kura che bia mankrofo. Se mu kunu mu kura. Coupon no mu benya bi. Enti na wan say yesi ya ba beji 1 cedi per liter. Wu na wo gina bonte na wo kyeremu na wo defend na wo justify 1 cedi na 1 cedi. Enti serious me sa part na me buofu. Se omo a wo mu ntofu wo no. Omo na e defend ye dey e justify. E no say me kasa ban we say bibia wo ye bia no e strategically bibia move na wo move no enti e kira na ye be introduce Ghana Revenue Authority e dis levy we say ban e na President Mahama e dis release we say ya ba Felix Kwatro so dia ba say henceforth o ye government official government appointee a who ni free fuel bia wo ba bia so be kwa akoto fuel wo nkogina goil na wa fill wo tank na wokọ adwuma waso wayi winjin si so afira no pa kokopima nwumre wokọ ma pa waso wayi wokọ girlfriend ho no mu a na chese wa pack car no na ejesi so because unye free fuel enti eye because ni ebuofu say mumu ntobi always na chese ordinary Ghanaian enso fa bedis ni nyina ni esum de agu Ghana for so na just time bia no ye introduce new taxes new levy afenso kwa na existed ones na on so kwa na yes same ye increase at the end of the day me ni wo any Ivan ni ye eti ordinary Ghanaian ye mobro wa for no the vulnerable in the society ye na ye suffer ye na ye be nkrofo se be nkrofo akro no ma ba bebo ni aka energy sector e ka da ho no mo e bebe to ye over 80 billion and over 81 billion ni ye bu akonta na at the end of the day akonta na ye bu no timamuni ya enye ne bone ne light bill otua ni mitebo ni fie otua omo aban ne koro no ono na e suffer ni asanso abuka ne de agunu so wukomo ya e ka ye da ho no ye ka esle ye introduce ye say na ye de kwaji loan ever so be ne ba so ma Ghana ni Kania ye ti Ghana ha say ya under the leadership of your friend say former energy minister Dr. Meltupoku Prempe JB hwe me ti wono me mitebo me fe postpaid I quite remember say baby am kotena ye no e be say 2023 eba 2024 early 2024 no na me bill eba 350
oh okay
a free bill June July eba na me tua 900,000
I see.
Ya make an announcement be our Ghana can't Ghana and he say ya to a utility base mobile say 500% and not 600%. Only say installment of new meters no. Ghana for complaining ye. Says I would talk say ye prepared ne bohon at the end of the month. Who spend the best 500 say who spending more than 1,000. But announcement be a free period was one mama me can't Ghana and he say ya to a utility base in Kania boom base be 100% and I say be 200%. And one say install new meters no na etri boom 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 boom. Na de be ya say abane bar. Na ya chire timemu ni nsa de agu na chi na ya call parliament na energy minister John Jenapo na wo chire me ya beto ka e ka no se ya nyi efiri wono mu a dumso be ya CV Ghana fo bebre e wo sen kane ni ejina so na afa no ya de 1 cedi akwakoto woto ya friend say fi wa bia petrol diesel na se ene petroleum yi bia na ya de 1 cedi atoso na abamu panimfo na fi wa no mu ntobi no omo na echire mu omo na justify ene ye betua nti se na President Mahama I was so trust na to hono ono di kan na che se ye timemfo na de ye di akiri won se oti ne ma bi se yi a enye wo bufu enye wo ya enhye wa horo ba won se president no wo tu anamon ye nyina ne abeto wo hawo nti ye nyina nya de ye mwa na sa wo hawo ne ye nyi fafiri wo esan se sumu na ye de eya and then JB twade ne apie say government appointees government officials obi Anthony fuel ye wo Ghana ha say ni ye V8 de si hɔ no mo a V8 no ye bufu we free the gum na ye de akonwa ye de president akonwa e sim be bia president be ko bia no esa say V8 no enye ne sika na ye de toye taxpayers money na ye de toye
Mahama so ye bi
me kai former president me say 8 years etwa mu ekoye na president Akufo-Addo so Ghana for kan ye nti obia na V8 tu pa na nam na ekọ na eba na ye de yesi makonwa ya president driver na etwie akonwa ni ye bufu we free enti president Mahama say wo francis say ya na wo say wo ya na wo kwode a edu ba bi emu oya say me kwa akoto fi wani introduce but that 11 kwa na o ma kire mu a me ti ase no emu da ho no plane enya de bi e ha dwene bia enti so watwa support wana sa ma practice mi manom eno ora mo John Jenapo no mo ba be to fi well dia si enyina na ye ka
ne obi ahụ ma na
aha na enya bufu bi
governance is about the people. So in any proper governance setup biano is premised on the welfare and the collective gains of majority of the people or more minimum at any point in time. And policies and programs of government, always, as I reflect these daily needs of people. And like from a policy background, you can say the policy first of all, you look at problems our minimum. So you tease these problems out. Now what weave solution. So that solution, so by the time a policy in the Bible, now it is seeking to address the basic challenges now we're finding within. So that is the whole concept of the policy coming up, just to address society problems and then as a form, I bet me enhance NIPA capacity to do better. In recent times, koto abano na adia ba ko na bone of contention because of social media very open. People are very much concerned about how to do with the way government officials and the government now kasa some silly expenditures and the blow monies away. The very people who are supposed to be beneficiaries of a government that has been set up don't benefit. Now the very few people who are able to get to the top of the pinnacle and I said the top of the triangle almost become richer and they become comfortable. But I have told you, so that is not governance. Governance is supposed to have a far-reaching impact positively on people. And this particular fuel allowances, first of all, my more President Mahama Abaso for doing this particular thing because it is something that has been on the lips of Ghanaians for so many years. I have sat here on this platform and my counsel say it doesn't make sense. A teacher ni or not chra maybe or get 3,000 or no. Yes, onto fuel. Now will be or no, a minister or access to huge money in as a form of fuel. Does it make sense? And these two people are working for the same motherland. Does it make sense? So it doesn't make sense. It defies this logic, common sense. And as a form, over the years, we think their power is being in a privileged position, you enjoy yourself. That is all that political power, the concept has always been about. Until the very moment you are appointed as DC MP, you feel you are better than the rest of the people. Until you must be treated special. Then as a forum, that mindset, and I don't know where it's coming from. But you see, all these things in a colonial mentality, you inherit it. My culture say in the colonial period, we say the governor Bakruma. I now represented the Queen of England as a for so.
Yeah.
At the time, when somebody is coming from UK to Ghana, it was seen as a risk because that time not civilization you can die anytime. Malaria or there was this tribal conflict over here, Asante, British war, this. So when somebody is walking all the way from UK to Ghana, that is seen as a risk. So Abrafun making sure say you compensate you handsomely. So they will give you big salary. They'll give you allowance, they'll give you a security, they'll give you a garden boy, they'll give you clothes allowance, then as a forum. So these are colonial inheritance because the panoban or be taking risk. Until they will compensate you with all these things. Misgiving because share the goodies around now. You accept the queens of Ankam.
Yeah.
So after independence, and I'm saying this colonial inheritance, yantu engu. And I yes say ni nyina ma ye ho. Realizing say yan kasa na ye di ye ho so. Enti na obakọ judge fie no or security or cook or hwan garden boy. Ni sa nkrofo nyina state na tu omo ka wo. Or security, your man clothes allowance, your man disallowance, your man this all this nonsense of allowance. So yes here pama brofo na omo ko become ba be di so. But the way we benefit, we invited all these things. I know the black man is okay with it. And I yank say ye dear hosono, yes, science na ye did there. So I think that this is a breakthrough policy where President Mahama as born about because it doesn't make sense. Said government official because I won't top petrol na ordinary person should. And over the years, keep on and say Nipaneji on the issue. Some of these keep on young lady 22 years ne gune car boot. No friend they obi ne yasasa. So I know the day some of these privileges we abuse. So I know the day obete expenditure from government is huge. But you look at the developmental aspect, there is absolutely nothing to show for. And I mean, you can VAT, you fuel, nama petrol, you the air checker, and as for. Does it make sense? You understand? But over the years, and so I never win in our course. Emma, your friend saying a Bianca. So for me, I think that this is a great move by president, and I think that he should continue. For me, the fuel allowance alone is not even enough. One thing this per diem people traveling. It's absolute nonsense.
Absolutely, that makes sense.
So, you are not going there as an ordinary person. You are going there by the virtue of the fact that maybe you are a minister and you are performing your core function. At the end of the month, they pay you for your core function. So traveling out, why must that come with extra? And the funny aspect of it all, they say, so football space na GFA for na se for na. Per diem no muti ama mo no. E so chen salary o moje.
Oh yeah.
What I say? And all these things go away. Obi betime to kwan JB from Hako Kumasi kwaye program. Ebi a program no betime wie one day aba. But when him say we spending more days abenya per diem ntino, the person will stay longer because the more you stay, the more you get your per diem. You understand? So I think say yes here reset here. These are crucial areas we must look at and focus. We say resetting here. Now some of these per diem or necessary per diems and then as a form of this fuel this allowance, man for we say you do two positions braba serve and your privileged position over believe as a lord on people. Now it is an opportunity to come and serve the people by making sure say core thing is we impact it positively by making sure policies and programs of government will have far-reaching consequences on the people. So see I'm not here. Analyze the economy now, but people are mentioning GDP, but inflation, and as I can just say, upon all these metrics, they assess whether the economy is doing well or not. The fundamental thing I give you micro analysis of an individual has to do with the Human Development Index, because I don't know, talk about your overall health. It talks about your friends' education. It talks about your social and your friends' economic well-being. Young far individuals when you teasing out in terms of some of these things. Now you who say how and a Ghana for your near my SCT. So for me, I think that these are some of the things that you have really a mind to. Now you make governance, any positive impact on people. Now you making sure say some of these minor things over the years, so na power na say ye de enhance ye ho ye de empower ye ho ye de nyasika na asefo ni free. So I think that government deserve a lot of commendation for doing this, and for me there are other areas he must also look at, because Ghana for the year penny said the burden will be lessened. Yet here few years ago, the president did a press conference telling Ghanaians, former president Akufo-Addo, catch say, "Yen tighten your bet, na your face because a man who ayading."
We are not in normal times.
At the time, no president bet your trust and nation na who could create new campus about bet, because at the Jubilee House you saw the amount of money that they were wasting there at the time. You understand? People were telling him, so if you want us to yen tighten your belt, one so size of government and huge and fast will be a mass, so let's try to resize it. But that particular wise council, hit it on a snag. Nobody listened to anybody. So for me, I think that this is a good move, and it's in line with the concerns of Ghana for raising. It means that President Mahama Kwatena and China was signed by Bibi, and he's listening, working on the dictate and the demands of the people. Okay. Because these are some of the things that na Ghana for here means omo ban be ya momo enti na ya da sorry na say aban ento fuel ma obia biem. Obia should buy or non kasa the way. I think that the same thing should also be extended to individuals when it comes to electricity na say for nom na obia na you make sure say yen nyina ya that the same line so or salary allowance everything abenya no and na be determine the cost of living. Eba sa na ebe ma obia your friend saying a clear picture of the real state of the economy. And to say you can't have economy no more idea. And yes, I will fuel free into Obia will appreciate say indeed or mine more idea. Say mine koya Obia will appreciate, because these are people sitting at the policy table. So if they feel the heat, that's Obia over another day, that will factor into, and DSTV then as a form of over the years, the amount of money you blow in all these things, does it even make sense? You understand? DSTV, does it even make sense?
Jubilee House, Flagstaff House in Chile, Afibia no mudi ne cost Ghana 1 million Ghana cedis. In Chile keke, maybe a president did now in Chile and Senior Fakra so. At Afibia the budget 1 million Ghana cedis and the ton Chile.
No, sir, when the system is weak, everybody will exploit it to their advantage.
Share NPP NDC 2024. Some of these issues.
Yes.
Because time I work crisis, yes, regional tour. And then presidency expenditure number reported by spend fuel 51 million Ghana cedis, car tires, batteries 15 million Ghana cedis. Some of these issues and also some of these stories about Ghana full. So
it doesn't we na men call issues on
yeah, so say na Mexicano, these are things that Ghana for share and JB, governance are projected to a level and every single Ghanaian out there no enim dia koso. Me say so ko makola na kwisia ma me oton toma na won na kan politics nim dia owo no e bia kra ya TVC ni sa nim dia no. People have grown to appreciate politics to the sense say ade bia obeye bia no they can read meaning into. So when you are government, I don't think say we are still in 1990 where you think the people are gullible folk to don't understand anything. I'm telling you that Ghanaians are well enlightened, they understand policy deep in and out. They understand. So I think that some of these things meeting the immediate needs of the people like the president has done. No? For me, I think that is positive. Right. Ghanaians should commend the president for doing this and also ask him to do more. Because I can't just say until per diem, yes, crappy flu, and I will not be happy because I don't understand why Juma is why we appointed the person to go and do now you see extra cash and money. Does it make sense? You understand?
Okay.
And there's some of other things that we need to look at. For instance, as the president to quiet, just say yes, where will be in monetary and name. Does it make sense?
Lucius, my memory before Semeko the number honor. Now, Abdulkumanov, of course, ye na you dey see wo hono mo mama obi Dr. Cote d'Ivoire say of Ankoma ha okuso no pantwitwe ne mo so there's a pain and no day at the end of the day the NDC won. What does it mean to the NDC? For the first time in the history of our republic from 1996 till now NDC winning abandoned for the first time NDC winning that abandon, but beyond abandoned to no to kwani na for a pocket of issues to see wo hono mo. What does it mean to the good people of Ghana, our democracy, and going into a by-election and what are the consequences?
Okay, JB Midase. for the first time in history, NDC are winning ever home. I don't know. Despite the fact say, nyano ebia 100%. What you say? But then, me GBA say, Oshe, amamu papa air kosona, no kahubi, enema NDC, winning. Entino akwatia die so a ye kwenu no wa regime say NDC ebesan awene
I see
na die course na no no ade ba ko amesre MPP fo emi say benko to be fi ansana emi no say ye beka bibi ana say bibi besi o Ghana ha ya be de ba no aba bi da bia meka say NPP party no I then agu the okana the few say the boy say okay elections ya ye be call 2028 na no na be chere say NPP party no agu after 2028 election NPP enti ma power bill no kwase mpa no
commissioner
and near air corner party na agu
oh okay
what you say agu na mbom sesie no enya dia bebehu until say be call general election na bebehu say be results na eda 38 no esu ahwen ababe 16 e ho mo bebehu say be party na dey agudie ntia me ka say yes say onim say enra be call national council meeting
yeah eno na mo call
enra
oh I see
na be call ye no mamen na aye friend is in afi
yeah
afri ye ekọ kopa che say party no mom take decision say ben contest the election no na mom onu mom ye den ekoye say obeka ya before elections no regional secretary e ba bonche be kai say enya dia NPP air contest da oka asasem no na ye Monday na mboa.
No, it was on Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yes, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday.
No, can say party no decision. You say, and now they are contest the election. No.
If I don't call court now, court to fail you know. I'm call high court, a court about injunction to go you know. I'm mobile on base press conference. So it was I think Wednesday, Thursday.
Or grantee interviews be brave. I can say, and now they are contested. Yeah, who ya say, I dear China mami. And the cast and crew or a campaign. Now, them party baba say party I take a decision. Nani paba for atimi I and I been say decision now party kakakanu na take no or no fair juma. What you say can the can no near to sum the same party now okay say on contest no the next members na be concede dey say be contest no campaign about one na ba san gina ho enti no me tin say ma me na akwa patch say or contest no mbisa won say all patch na what happens to the same people na all patch no where were they not there the same people na be take decision say be nko no be so na be wo ho nti say wo patch say wan ko wo ya den
what contest now?
What contest now? Then what happened to them too? I didn't tell Beso Ben Patch or say Beso Becker say young contest in Suya.
But they been uncle. Most of the key party officials know the likes of the general secretary uncle, the chairman uncle, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia uncle. But I think say Osmai.
Mahmoud Bawumia Osmai. So
yes.
Yehu
Canada Japan. Canada Japan is not a executive member.
No, but say or any personal aid.
Well,
or any spokesperson rather.
What can the Japan?
No, I mean Emraka Abuaji.
Well, Emraka Abuaji for
spokesperson. Canada Japan or Hunting can say presidential aspirant 2024, which is Canada Japan. No home. What you say? Prospective aspirant Brian Champo on their first and donate sika.
Yeah.
The mama.
Yeah, sure.
Wahoo. Entino, what you say party na Kasam says here, Obi say the center cannot hold. And you buy chairman Obo say chairman no one con say chairman and Kasa who no crash.
And chairman to say that's what truck crack say or person general homemaker crack. Yeah.
Entino, me command him no. My member near course wo home, about one a course wo home no. me who say journalist be police ni bi ball na su yeah manu yako I think say adena police ni no ye no wanya de any crime pontini by the by interdict no wanya de no matter what minim ade pa ne obi ebe ya obetimi ahwe na su tesa etu wanya de na mom maame ha akum se ono na sem no de ne nkan ye no wahu sometimes o koka I say minim Ghana for ye true hypocrisy o kan I say be pese on mihu hwe ye di kan me eba bi to say affirmative action bill me one of the crusaders me gitum pass say mba 18 ya ba bi gina e wo yama no semu ne o hwe president mama nso e wo saa gidie no eni nti a oba e na appointees no o hwe na o appointee mba bebri in actual fact this is for be appointee be kurampo no o ko district bi a ayi oba eka ba be pe ayi DC no ho a o yo oba na o ka ho
yeah that qualify the bema
o the bema what you say enti no one men so da say ye be ko ayi abato na pinche ebeba men so nye to so mienu men so say obabasia anase oba tan ye be ye no ye no ayi na no eno no nso men so na mom jebi o kan Bible na wa ho or say, happy are those who from now die in the service of the Lord. Yes, indeed, they shall enjoy rest because the results of their service go with them. Now, my point is what the results of their service go with them. Wo numa ebedu wachi, enuma be ni di ha kumsi achi. Impanimfo ka say dia ahwe dia ba afie ono a anything once na yeden e baaye. Wonye MP sesei, wonye minister sesei. Onye executive ewo NPP mu sesei ye to aba na wakoho a wokoho as an observer meboa as an observer no eba ne sen ne okoya inner perimeters no ukogina ho no wakogina ho more than 1 hour what you say eba ne sen so ne okọ no ukita pepper spray na chese waboa ho
are you calling someone china now are we investigating no
yes one kasa here say you investigate because the intention to even commit a crime nankasa a crime. The intention to commit a crime in itself is a crime. And you know, me jitum say ba bebo no ana obi ne otu fa di ti ko head no bia no san krofo no be here say you investigate be. What you say he said the nipa no tuma kwan me menye police ni me menye lawyer what you say however onu nso ma me kro na no ne say police for no faso ana kwan I said no faso bia no said no faso dey bi nya ne edi kan bi this is somebody a onu ankasa timi ma be snatch ballot boxes some time ago the same person ti ye wo bi wo ho ma wa hwere ne nkwa how kumsinti obi ahwere ne nkwa e okrum ha the same person e shooting ni opponent body guy ne sa nipa no e den eko yade enti no se empempi no se utu ofrensen akurafo a na utu momone nsofo what you say enti no ne be person di ko wie se maame no oma nani na ho me feel say nkasa abre we say no nka wasua bibi because chairman won't me ba honum no me hu say ni osikasa aye me tun say at least kakra fa na ni aso na dwimu ada ho na dwimu ada honum anka ne na ban na e wo so ne na odi ni mre ntu asem ene aban no ni ho biem enti the issue of say obekwa kodi boni awie na wa hide behind say wo ye minister na say wo ye MP no ene atwam what you ko tutuo ma ebisa say denti a ukita tuala na odi tuo no ebo ho ban mate innocent brebo na
jebi
and be pon 10:45 why
jebi and I saw stand the count I think because this is a big issue I think menya so wo he the course so ewo ablekuma it's really shameful very embarrassing but said the media is kind of segmented into 3 areas. Number one, first, over kai be our videos be catch us say under Akufo-Addo within the MPP, no. Your first intellectualism was sacrificed for idiocy. And I think say that me say I don't know obi otie bia beti ase me nim kwan for some mechanic but their course so our ablekuman leading to no a clear manifestation of this whole thing. This is a political party that will go into a major elections and will suffer the most humiliating defeat in the history of Ghana. At the expectation of every political analyst, looking at the magnitude of Mulusu, and say, I said, name ye, a party no will come your friends together and be able to float. Yet, what by way, such conversation, Obiang have away. Yet, sorry, I almost say elections in the but you see, event leading to this elections here, of course, now heard the position of the party. This is a general secretary of a political party. Why your press conference, party executive general and elections near the Samna court or Mobueti, you boycotting elections. That's fair. That's fair because he's the CEO or the administrator of the party. Sure. Having wearing certain enormous executive authority over the party. Then after the press conference, the lady in question, the candidate, goes from home to home campaigning against this particular instruction the general secretary and the woman now all go against the general secretary one call alone a significant number of the party executive under general secretary were seen at the ground fine this grand way with impunity. So the question is where lies leadership among the leadership of the MPP? Because if the general secretary can make a statement and that statement, few moments after will be defied, clearly a party is suffering from leadership crisis. And that there is the need for them to come together and mend the pieces. And I mean, who said my platform way, my post to President Kufuor. And some of the revelations are all making it very shocking. Yeah, sure. President Kufuor say or no MPP and they and when they are making decisions, they don't even consult him. That's true. Now MPP party no buzia dankwa tradition eguye. And you or no as Kufuor net me win power more. And na onyanduru age a woka asem che na ne wirefi. So he's expecting say baby ojina as obi a otimi de MPP a win power perma party number power no. And whenever they are making key and strategic decisions, you involve Kufuor in the decision. But he has become irrelevant in the managing party. That is the concern that Kufuor raising. So same way, for credence to some kind of had that say the party is not for rebuilding. Now, impose candidate to be on the party, the upcoming elections. That is the priority of the party, and it's the reason why you see this fractured leadership. And in the election they were going to lose because, baby, I'm not sure say anybody was willing to vote for party one lose power where they messed up with this country, and then things are trying to pick up. Obia might want to pick MP at least obetimi go to get something or baba change, and for me that is okay. And JB, I think that security wise, I think that IGP and the boys they did a very poor job. Very poor job because in terms of security organization everything was poor because I work kwanya metro mind me BCG that particular your friends say way now. Yet here we've talked about vigilantism then as a form. I was West Wogan, I have fresh on our minds. Near my course, so the horror I share on TV and as a forum. The last thing anybody expected, and the kind of nonsense we saw our Ablekuma South and Ablekuma North and as a for because you see it was totally needless. But my question is, some metro mine or more betting cutting, why not do a more again? This back and forth now ANC, we saw the police, we saw the attitude that. I said the course no do not inform because they were not armed. Exactly. Yes, of course. Nobody was even in a tactical gear. And then as a forum, you cannot go into an election ground and assume say, oh, everything is going to be okay. So police in for it doesn't make sense. You understand? So I think the grand strategy by the police in dealing with this particular matter was a bit some way. And again, so security elapsed here. Then people with advantage because political individuals will always have political interest. You understand? How about the issue no more? It's unfortunate these things happen, but you see, answer na overcall grounds, already you call grantee interviews or no, or call grounds or and the woman he has a very terrible track record in terms of the hooliganism. Then as a for I am no man for a luso mobusia for what I say. And to call radio so and say when I wear Magadia new Van Dam in town. Oh, call grounds. People will meet you and come out pepper spray in as a forum. So I think that we condemn this act of violence or your back near man cause and everybody see. Yes, say 1 2 who for now with the science and who call we are see I'm for this it's quite unfortunate but what the way forward is I expect the security say see we cannot just brush it aside because look at where Ghana has gotten to in a democracy we cannot continue to accommodate them in our elections or making sure say every single person be involved will be investigated and will be prosecuted. Unfortunately for us there are video footages out there and JB after this elections we must not forget the sense of the Electoral Commission. So we are here today because of the Electoral Commission, the incompetence and the kind of things of my here. Possession about removing the Electoral Commission as a for no, we must not sweep it under the carpet because election has gone up, people has won and as a for these people still pose a significant danger to our democracy, and I think that all the people sitting there at the Electoral Commission, they must resign and go home because none of them are fit for purpose.
That's it. But I say, quick one. The number.
JB, my main for President Kufuor briefly.
In 30 seconds, what?
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Say partner sideline no.
Yes.
President Kufuor, founding member of NPP. And then we president, our MPP Emmanuel Komu, on here permission, every Kodia, Justin Kodia, and I say national chairman, one more, and son and the party, and you may be any were criticizing, and I say we making some corrections. Party no every baby now drew some so we say President Kufuor Ghana has say ya, Uncle baby ya, meboa. Because na Kufuor be president no hwekata shini buga ni bukata ne ya bronco for pafoko same crab ne ye fe ne say wo mo former kwableja ko be kwanye mo fa so what is President Kufuor bo ho wa mo ho wa wan ka ho bia President Kufuor ye statesman former president time Ghana for who President Kufuor as statesman ye time NDC wa be mu Mills Mahama 8 years from 2008 to 2016. But 8 years Salana Kufuor be because some car be time and so. But so 8 years Mills Mahama do so President Kufuor kasa de fa ho. Ni refi ni so be to crisis no the one fix. The only thing I would tell you is say what draw benso every Ghana ekọ Nigeria say West Africa gas supplier ekọ ye how beto Ghana so. E bra crisis ahokyere ba ye under Mahama. President Kufuor kasa de fa ho. But 8 years under one kasa ni political party na aban no. Eniema eye worse than the see here Mills Mahama no. But san fa ho. And the President Kufuor here permission free Justin Kodua and as party ni penny bibi bone e kwso. Oba be catch Ghana obian sideline no.
It was the very first place Ayera Dampare, the former IGP, visited here when he became the IGP of the Ghana Police Service. But then it is more than a shithole. And now it is more than a shithole. And the Ghana Police Service from Womoso, it is all on the negative side. But yeah, Kasa a buying and the Ghana for anyone that will be, anyone that will to me, one who can be a womb. Now they should go to the aids of the Ghana Police Service, yeah? And but there are several other places. Several other places that Ghana had to say, Ghana Police Service for where you want when they was a one boy who buy. What chili won't? I want you to come no enya which the kitwa. But as usual, yemfa ho because you say better chill on mine, but better chill political parties. We are not ready to build institutions, but we are ready to build political parties. The so-called political parties, I want to say, ye who for Sobia or so, ye Ghana for any yamma want to me say. You're building those political parties rather than see building institutions are strong and stronger enough. And then, some me now because me call Ghana Police Service many attention they were honomo. We met to the best mammy. We met to me at the machi at the Mako baby. As some not to me now over to me Abuame our crime so. We need to resource the Ghana Police Service. We need to resource the Ghana Fire Service. We need to resource the Ghana Immigration Service, the Prison Service, the Ghana Armed Forces, and of course, the Maritime, and every single institution be a security state-owned agency. Young resource one. You making sure say nanka ye do share crowd. Your security system there, they are heavily resourced. Yeah? And the best answer can a very shocking story be the actual. Now me try say me say ka say John me say kan wa homa ni so wi a. Ni e bon komo nkete wo kuma so wi a. Meba be di nkobo. Onim say baby a Ghana yina ye keep your archives. Tie ni o. Baby a Ghana yina ye keep your archives, aye medical archives. Ewo Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Urafi ba me ka. Onim say ase e me ye ka ho asem. What do you say, Jatom Ashe? Baby, a Ghana, you keep your medical archives. Our Kolebu Teaching Hospital. A Jatom Amanashe. Amanamino Kasei. And one more Ashe Amasisi Aminoka. She knew one more. And then you need any single archives or one more. You bet me, I can say, oh, Obi Yare, and now say BBSC. Yeko police history from that. There is no single history. Ghana, you better be there. Want to see I say, and nobody is talking about it. And then I will give you detailed information about it. But the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Prison Service, the Ghana the Immigration Service, and all other security agencies. The Ghana National Fire Service. Ewa huye mu pa na wana waye mo bo kese pa. The Ghana Prison Service. Owo personnel bi na so dam ho no mo a. Oh, you free Ghana Prison Service. You ask yourself say odo na ye prisoner na say prisoner na ye prisoner. Is he the prisoner or the prisoner is the prisoner? Where your friend say officer now or no share uniform no or no and the fiase na say your fiase the mom na wo fiase because who difference be you basically not see the difference. Ghana Police Service for one of the most romantic areas aye tu omoka ye pa the Ghana Police Service. If you want to know about the Ghana National Fire Service, I said it is so sad. What am I doing? Bokra, and the Ghana Prison Service. I'm doing more bokra. But then, me don't be quite that. No matter how any mania, the Ghana Police Service for no a binum aircom. Nay, not that I'm out for Mote, Kromuhanu saying. So the few they are in Accra, they are in the Central Business District, they are in the nation's capital, they of course they're the regional capital, and baby, they are okay enough in tea. And people are living in the very deprived areas. Sabi. Baby, a person needing to po. I ask them. Baby, a person need one poetry, no more coffee, not need to po. Monko various police barracks. I want my buha. Now, motion the way a barracks in the Muslims here. You know. And nobody is paying attention to it. Nobody is saying anything. The Ghana Police Service is paying for you when they need. And of course, they are not transacting any business. No back so many of but they are more buying a Sunday say. You provide basic needs for the good people of Ghana, including our security agencies, because they should be heavily resourced to the point to say, yay, I'm your ordinary Ghanaian like you people refer us to. Say me ordinary Ghanaian. Say me come here more. It just say security agencies for no way responsible so no rescue me no. Or and they say you to be rescue me. Now me go kain. Fire service car. Ghana National Fire Service. Sika your demand friend say fire high is what your friend say omo car your friend say kwa. Car ba ku na your demand no. Fuel your demand enu 750 Ghana cedis a month. But so me omo sika your demand I did top fuel and the go am car mu di kokodumja and do 750 Ghana cedis a month. Say, me say fire service car esi wono mu say ni edidum jano sika aban etwa de ma won so mo fa to petrol and nasa diesel and nasa any form of fuel efa ngu car ni mu no mo fa kokodum ja the whole month bosumi na 30 days in the month and do 750 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile all the car no kokosi filling station na kwa filia it will cost you not more than 5,000 Ghana cedis. So also car no oh film and I am bad about cost about 5,000 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile na abaye cha 750 Ghana cedis and your massa akofo we say mo fa koto petrol na mo fa ngum na mo fa konkodumja nti be he car na kwa na short work kwan so na just a driver di gym ba ko nsi oh ene mienu si anankaye o de sa oh miensa kra nsi na mumpia na he se be kwa ni akika wo mu saa then these people ni amam kofo we ya bobo na omukọ site and omukọ see na omukọ kodudum ja na this omusra sika e de free kofo ho no mo ne ne ho akire na ne ho akwa hunyehie mu no onumom e de omukọ sika free de ho no mo ansana omonye sika e de to petrol e de gu onka mu ansana mo tu ya de akwa kodum ja. Meanwhile today I'm going to tell you the bitter story about it. And then I'm show all the videos at that for and then I'm come how near my dear come where we ho no police officer I'm pon adwuma wakwa serve o man na wie no pon adwuma no aba na ba bi ode ti beto enye. You see the environment that we live in is one of the most contributing factors and that me can say to me influence our decisions, everything. Influence every single thing of us. Including the way we live and the way it's ma. It is a na se me kwa we here mu na se me nya atentre ne a. And that's my job madam Wambia. Then it technically means to say and there my enkoyi. Me no makwa we here mu no. Se koba se me hia moa na manya sa moa ni bi na se koba se di pakwa no no ba be me moa no oba ba gi sika and the free one man say na manya moa, then it means that the system is virtually dead, not working. It means that the system is virtually dead and the system is not working. It's about saying and there you do baby you do as on mine. Somebody say you're more chrono, their politicians say number one. Yay. You're more mining chrono, dear. Politicians are number one. Me boy, more than one casa mushe. Now we are about for abandon the free street. You see, NSS scandals. You disika over millions of Ghana cedis. Eh? You see, Bako, a new boy, he knows a one why I quite actually that to or no Kwakwa Estate House. After Damaku 27. As I done so the Kwakwa. And Father say, or the commanding news and this you said Dayo, say, or the Kwakwa head children so much, said Dayo, nobody knows about it. Well, quite that down, I can't Maku 27 at all. What you have for your teacher? And then Crodo Wodwa, Abugu some investigating now. It does not mean I am a politicians, me boy. But the young dear from war or mine. Near to children by the year, no Ghana ni and your man and your margins on because we have refused to ask them important questions and things that bother us in with our safeties. But today, and it is not about I buy back when I buy with Susuba. Dabi, look, aban eyen to aso adwuma. Aban eyen to aso adwuma. It is the na Akufo-Addo start bibi no want me anya nwie a. John Dramani Mahama was by the Constitution and by the powers vested in you say oba beto aso because that is the provisions of the Constitution. Okay, chapter 6 of the Constitution now. It talks about the directive principles of state policy. It is say abandoned projects I want Ghana high na hospitals are yenya ebi kwakwada. Affordable house are agency honorable. And yama wonwa e mabua Ghana ni ama Ghana ni ho hare no. Say enda akoba say John Dramani Mahama ye de want to me anya nwia. Abambi obaba bia no e na sadia say so to aso. But Ghana for us usual of us. We will not talk about it. That fe ni start ni abobo ye hwene e de kire was there and that fe security agencies ye ma won kwase won kasa. So that can abandon na so ba betawiem anoda no ba betawiem na say hey all the security agencies who are better on strike no cross strike be 1 hour. Obehu nkofo be cross strike okrum ha. Including the chief of defense staff. Omo na be cross strike because edema koyie. Now, Mr. Chu, yenya Sir John T, yetu aye kobodo so. Let me take you quickly to Adafua police station. Adafua police station. Enyomo barracks. Niyehwe seven prediasa. Tebia ni padasani kwabnani ani mamia nyem ne bosome nkono. Na wawon na ba sasi so. No odo so anya to me so ba be serve the man as a police officer, as a security agency. Na yama no sa tebia we bu se ontenam no fa nya adwuma. It is said that who said we are. It is not as a result of BBI, it is as a result of bad administration and bad leadership. You can't inform one crowd who say, hey, you got a foie bro. Hey, you have a foie bro. Because one, share baby, police in the Dabra war, baby, or say, assassin, no, any friend say, the environment sometimes produce fungi. Naked wires. Any all other things are. It speaks very ill of the Ghana Police Service. Say, Omuno Munia Muhunia, Ghana for a Musem. Say, Abasus and resources won't to me and your Muyani year, a yen Musem. Now, Fabico your job on I know. First, that you Fabico your job on I know. How can you tell me, sir? Adafua omo eye and the big Ada the Greater Accra region. Yay. Adafua Fomo and the big Ada the Greater Accra region, which is part of Greater Accra region. Now police in the sorry no pa. Now okwakoye ni hu ye okotwa de to. Na wa ye ni hu ye no wi akwadwuma. Hwe bi otwa de to. Ya bi ye ni hu ye. I'm sorry those of you on radio. My sincere apologies, but I'm going to make live on Facebook. Because I want to paint a certain picture to you. Now who the way and never see cost the way see a time. Now ya need a rain now some on your phone, na man your phone a book Ghana for kwasia. E ba the sikadia we would be here. But e ba na juma dia woni me here. She ba bia police ni I don't know kwatu wodo mo e bo Ghana ho ban. She ba bia sabi o twa de to. Yay. Ade ache it is sabi wo by a person beka. Ade ache ene ye nidi ye. Ene ye ka bi su shemu. But hey, let me tell you the bitter truth. Let me show you the sad reality. Let me show you the sad reality, the sad pictures behind all the nonsense that is going on. Now, you will appreciate and understand the story better. And therefore, one of the biggest police stations they are down in the Greater Accra region. How much a big Ada? But here, police in there was sorry no pa. Yay, here the guy, I think maybe you judge tonight. Sabe, producer. Emwa empochimpo wa na saa de we mu. Empochimpo enja wonan awo baby say. But the pandesani aye police officer e de na kokoto odum say onkokogya ne nan akwesese ne wo saa de we mu. Saa de we emu. All the name say wapa ne ho achi e na oye djubaso e de aboa Ghana. Ntadjuma no oye no Ghana ni ene Ghana manyofo ye fa ne ho ye nya na adwe say say baby papa banatena mu na no so anya sumdwe e de asafo de mind. But this is the kind of rot sadie way yi and akwabnani adam and I say ono de e hono mo na sabi predecessor adwene ono ne person obehu jaso enya ne adwene person obehu jaso but I say minti ohu na kwahwe se police ni a wo fa de so be ye Ghana adwuma na boso so wo tua de ka hwe ba bia wo de na akwakoto se sabi predecessor sa ba bi kro sa de wei emu no kokogya de nan wo akokogya infection emma wo mu podo wo mo bo sabi predecessor se kadina na tankers for hodom na ma me kan sa na wate ase se kadina na tankers for hodom na ka tankers for meti Ghana police service for mo wada. And where me show because I had that, but there are several areas, several places in Ghana, several places in Ghana. Me no can say they are victims of the same situation, but when they know I'm the back. Maybe why? Ghana police service, maybe why? There are several thousands of places here in Ghana. Omunia no I'm the back because you can't say, hey, we are police here. You do not complain, don't talk. Obey before you complain. Ni amakwabna ne akwada saade we mu. Ejare wo saade we mu. Etwa de to saade we mu. All the name said, wa pa ne ho achi e na oye adwumaso e de aboa Ghana. No be jira kwa una so sika. Mo say hey police ni abokro no. Hey police ni sika dodo. E won say bi no mo pesika se bi no mo kojina kwa ho a omo bota de so benya sika. But that is not the issue. The issue is that most of them are living in a very deprived and deplorable state. Yay! Sadia wayo. Ena yade kwabuna ne unua ba a da chi betumi aya me yere. A betumi aya me mpena. A betumi aya me maame. A betumi aya me busuani. A betumi aya obi bia se ekoba se ahokyere ba obetumi aboam saade we ne na kwakwato mu se saa nipa koro we enkonkwada saa tibia we mu akwatra saa tibia we mu enti yare empa ne ho da especially so yoba yare empa ne ho da me go ka bia kura da ade friend e kunu kura da be den dia ma no because me go kai na enema nkoyie because okoba akosoba akoya ne ba akosoba edeya ne ba enkoyie ma no edeya just okokoto ndro obeto ndro sa because this is the kind of state the person is living in as a police officer are no serving with integrity. Ejana bia de o enam re sabe predecessor yetimi ja enam ye hu ye jana hwitim hey na no wa koto ajana bia na koto ze ya hwitim wi anu asa hwe form na wa say adense ba ma nka sabe ubine no etoyi ada said the city. I mean, what kind of life is this? Yay! And this is the sad reality of the Ghana police, a section of the Ghana police service. Ebinum ye dada mafo ti ne yeka omo ntiase. Ghana police for them binum ye dada mafo. Eti ne yeka omo ntiase. Look at this. When yourselves, what you are seeing, and yourselves. And then you can say, oh, I'm the fiasinti, fiasin for no, they should suffer like this. No, this is not self. This is the state of the Ghana police service, here in the Greater Accra region. Meboa Monka. Sameboa, Adafwa Sameboa. Come and tell me that what I'm saying is a lie. Yay. Sameboa. Ghana Police Service issue a statement to debunk what I'm saying and tell me that what I'm saying is not true. Tell me that what I'm saying is not true. And it's only in Ghana that you find something like this. A very deprived environment like this. I hear the state security officers say, "Mo kwat them now so ya no pada say, o ko Awurade Nyankopon." Now imagine say, me police ni. Na me ma me a senior police officer. Now by virtue of the fact so yes, senior police officer, no akwa that baby to say that means me to one movie. Na me kwa twa me to a, na da bia na me de yare na ba. Na some in producer, bisa ho se me so agimi ana yansa. I am only asking this question. It says, no cry. The Ghana Police Service, I'm more down for us, I'm more bigger than. Come and tell me and prove to me, say, I said, and you throw the Caribbean. Go to different barracks. We are that for more. Go to different barracks. Now, go compare the state of those barracks. I will come how to say. Be it the military barracks or the police barracks or the prison barracks or what have you. Go here. Now Ghana Prison Service for Podier, hey, living legends for homophobia. The prison officer be any prisoner be number one. Hey, say yet at the end you will not differentiate between who is the prison officer and of course who is the prisoner. Say yet at the end the differentiate to who is the difference between the prison officer and the prisoner because they are all not in a good state. Also, we are behind the way we see them, the way we see you. Go to Sawam and see. You will see a very serious things, very bad. Oh, already, hey, the bay and on my your team. You better you say, you better pay what she. Na to be a bomb one day. Say where the Saska where the India to almost say yeah the resources in the Ghana Police Service. No matter your budget, no matter me now quite what sense car. Yeah, the Ghana Prison Service. Now I'm also come prisoners. I cover some predators. Enrolling a habayan for serious drugs. I found show room. I found call the prisons. I got control drugs for horrible. Sure, let me tell you, in case you don't know, I am telling you this. Baby, you keep hardened criminals. That is where hardened activities goes on. Baby, I say, you did one what deep body I can see a corner. A hormone of body I can see a hormone that started free. 7 brothers, yes, you'll be a coconut, be a coconut cocaine, and last 40 at Sandy Pacro. Oko prisons are signing by a common or horrible. A hold your tone the case, pa. A hold your tone the original one. This is so much free river. And if for the prisoners, and just had them free. But that is why we need a cassia. A horrible number to a cassia. A horrible so. And you say, Obia Medi Samone, I will Cromunti Sadi Pacronum, yet let's not a conform where yet, never the coca, one hour, what one card a woo, and somebody got a woo, to say glad Adamuseno, Yafo Okosha Honorable, Yaman Tamuo. By Honorable come about no, I had the criminal. Sadi Pacrono, what you be ye? Look at the state of the ordinary police officer. But you're putting you. This is their state. You might think I'm like me say, but true challenge to the Ghana Police Service. I'm going to for no more misa, no more function. I'm going to say, look, JB Asema okay, and you're bitterly wrong. So these videos you are watching is not coming. It's not a true reflection of the videos I fear that forever. And therefore, your friend say, and therefore, okay, yeah. Meba, Mr. Chubra Chikakra. Na Ghana Police Service adafo omo eyi na wo hodo se meboa. This is the video. This is the video. Omo akasa mo yini. That is the sign the signpost. I indicate say this is a true reflection of the place. Obi mo chira me. Na hwe Yeah, the fun guy. And then but a time and a show of which ya. Now we expect to say, no police in Nina Soriano Pa. When manager Kosa how when your man when you titi wemu. No about the snack with Juma. Now you expect the person to be of sound mind. Or the Ayana Juma and that's the nation. Come on, please. It is never accepted anywhere. Look, yeah, you see, Bessuya dear. I don't know Ghana. I don't know Ghana to say, no, say. I am not be Papa be bar. Near the whole to the likes of UK, the US for them, and then that's for, you say, oh, Eko UK I said that here, Oko US I said that here. But hey, Nyanyano, have you realized that? Some never be say you will not find it in the UK or the US. So, this is what call UK that. That's what who never hear West church say, I want the Ghana police service. Oh, my country, me. Or because I call UK. No, who never hear West say that. Oh, my country, me. Or because I call Denmark. No, who never hear West say, not if the Ghana police service or any of the security agencies, sir. Sadi for my country, me don't catch up, say, boy. That's why I make a intro. Yay. There are various levels of police units. One of them has to do with their welfare or something. The police department for welfare, whatever. I don't know. I start to be corrected. So, now the welfare of your own personnel, the safety of the personnel, the everything of your personnel, sir. These are some of the things that you need to do to ensure. Say, look. Nipa no ababeye adwuma is of sound mind not to move da ho bibi akoye dia ma no. Imagine say my ba as media general staff na me babeye adwuma e dem abede adwuma bi ni ho no mo na ase me meta da be kasa camera ni ho na obi ani ha no mu sei na ma betra ha sei na me bom e na here baba na me eyesa me kan se bunu. If a deba any hono, now you expect me to use that same name and I'm Juma. Look, the fact is that if it must be done well. So because you cannot just allow people, innocent people, all in the name of serving the interests of the Ghana, the good people of Ghana. No more the Ghana Police Service, Shamino can say, most of the friends said the Ghana Armed Forces in Kovoro do not know your maritime, do not know your Magi. You know why? Because of Saturday my phone and time where are more eco barracks. No welfare, no nothing better for them, nothing very serious for them. It is all about business as usual. The police didn't know what man is going to happen. What's the need? Extra poor so no say challenge weekend and then man the Tuesday. Like a crab do about be 100 pounds because okay or the quarter draw annum or the quarter friends bacteria friends side do friends bacterial infection that draw antibiotics no annum or antibiotics no annum because and number one from one najo and number from one no pass no babejina on me and the market wa the person needs support that so say ope sika money bi onya wo bia money bi baba so do tell me amunya force na body this card na no ba ku bi o share me pa fine girl bi pa o all sense of card say hey na bo fine girl say bo so mo sense kasa. So you see the living standard of the people, the living condition of the people, especially the security personnel, should never be underrated. See, you say you share best practices there. See, you say you share my hood off also there. Okay, you can look at the way and manner the police officers are well resourced. Just a demonstration BC, and additional national activity BC, and the police today quite yaman bulletproof. I saw about the body camera, me boy. You say yes, yo, ya kwa control by election akwati. Ya be who the police for bed dress go so. Oba we kuku time say for super no. Kuku time. E no mo kuku no na mo no bo. But uko bu fia e ho pacha tan. But people expect, and of course, Ghanaians expect us. You expect us say, protecting lives and properties. Meanwhile, they are not living in the best place. Now, Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana Prison Service, Ghana Fire Service, not Fire Service, yay. Ghana Fire Service, Niama of fuel coupon, 750 Ghana cities. Meanwhile, I'm board meeting now, and pay for a board meeting, including MPs, that's for Mukoni. I'm a board member, no more fuel coupon. Yes, me say. I see me say, because I've ever witnessed about meetings before. About quoi? Some predators excuse my French. And yes, I say and walk out. They are interested in the Nema Ombenya and their free home. It is a what is the need for us? Now, Kufuwa horrible. Allow us be horrible for my Pedia be horrible for my near sorry near ko. Online. That is what they do. That is what most of them do. Now, cannot be about to say, sir, and Ghana a fire service for enya fuel. Efa kodumja. This will do one more, almost Resica, and almost charging wow, or Sabino. Me what can become if you ashe. Me what can be fiashe. Me never say. Now we banner some do me jar. Now was also charging me. Kakra. That is not their fault. Basically, it should be free. And you say I will charge you be a 10% po. But then I want to more bonnet and not so 40 and I must see I go for way. I don't ask for one and I'm crying. Now, if you look at this set, name of multiple is here now. They are the test of a jack owners of sales car, Unyabi. And as a jack owners of cast or prescribe free one more, or new free one more. A quite be of us to be about this careful on your budget. Because on no gas may be a channel crying or pentem class or free one more credit or before Fratina. So, no wonder most of our officers are now leaving the service. Mebois. I might say this is necessary for. Muteni Ghana security pay for Yera Mutaka, Minister of Interior. Please listen to me carefully. This is what is going on. If you care to know. Now, almost all the security agencies, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, the Ghana Prison Service, personnel, they are now resigning. You know why? Because the same Jumana, Okamanonia. They are living in a very luxurious life. They pay much more attention to them because they are providing an essential service to their country. Mebois. Yay, Mebois. Etimose, whereby not the resignation letter, not their tomb. No call. Whereby not the resignation letter, their tomb. No call. But Nakaoka, the best personnel, sir. You want our see now. The best security personnel are Uyi Ghana, Untumi Ghana, Frimuda. And you mention anyone. Near more hoka. Near any CAD now, the amount. Here we are. Now, Kofu say, or 2-3 years, 5 years we are, or say we retire and now I resign. All your money be because when you broach the bill. Because when you papa be a quacoye. By the same as Juma Korea or Quabrochla. A Katia Oji or Hodomono. About times 3 or 4 of a Katia Oji or her. Maybe the Katia crime issue because some predators also would be any foreign currency. Yes, you need a Ghana city. That is my interest. But baby, and the quality now, Obeda, no one you assume no one to be provided better condition of services. And they're more known in the family. No, that is the headache now. Near the Kabla never to Saturday wing. Someone's them because of the police. It's in the Yamukana. No, Coco tried the tour or to hold them. Mufaka and hear me. na okotosu say ya o try to do no was actually anybody. Hey, come on. I mean, what is that? Yay. And you mind the attention the basasano. And you mind the attention the tatantasano. And that's what police for the Ghana security service for they are not allowed to talk. So among grievances are not being heard. You can't be found by one and then be near boss of war. You chest negative stories, remember, and not dear hey, and the police way assume, and the police way away, and the soldier away. Yes. Then these people will start complaining about their actions and inactions. Then in the end, they hear what I say so one year, I can't hear somebody with Juma. Yes, I can't be found by war. Yes, it's the other Musi. Now, very interesting. But me say yeah, I would not encourage anybody. Me ko show biya kutupa. Me ko catch biya say hey, ade na nyama wo jai. Oba bi fa. Ye nuanom dodo na mo ye adwuma we no, woni ade ba ko awum. Omo ye adwuma no because omo nya adwuma anye. Nti ene ma me ko ye police ni saa. Mami ko immigration ni saa. Mami ko military training ni bi saa. Prison body Adam say adwuma ye so dem yan ko ye prison officers saa. Saa they to global how say. So people who want to serve with so much more integrity are not being served. They didn't global how no. Now it is how say. You say never do all the one. You will not pay attention to those things. Na kwakwafa se bebre e diaba na fe ye na ne etwa ejajo, and that is the most disturbing story. That is the most disturbing aspect of the whole story. Very ironic, but you see the bad ye me won wasa ye me ya wo bu say omo nam krom na so mo dress shepe o ka na say guess your mo police service ya ma atade mo pa mo no mo so akwa kotwitwa ho a no mo so mo to de agu ntade no mo kwa otu na kra nye yi. No put it to no kiki, no the jina kwan now say, hey, no, W, is that how the service is all about? Yay. But they don't know, most of muhuni. Ghana police service, muni muhuni. Na mumubi muhu fidodo. If you go to some of their barracks, come barracks in muwa. Hey, as a sub predators, and any part that's ho. As a sabi, ya kwa sabi predators, mufa chebe, ya kwa ponchi the free China, and the devil go on say, wanye wo hufi. Wanye wo hufi we are near ko. Some of them, that is how they behave. Some of them, that is how they behave. It does not mean say no, we not move dabi, please. But the sad reality is that a binom esosu free papa. Most of their barracks, police station crowd now. It is evidence to say, the police station pony, na kohe mufi. Yes, we admit some more bread, but must also do the needful. Now we making sure say, mwakasa meye muwadro, na se obi baso baba ye muhu ye what we ye the abamo simple. Abai, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Vice President, who is the Chairman of the Ghana Police Service or the Police Council, Professor Jenano Pokwajiman. The Minister in charge of Interior, Defense, Manebu Amamutaka Mubarak. Anyone that will come a woman in please, Momomadin, Namun Sifom, Namun Meshe Ghana Police Service, all the security agencies, Moshe Wall. Because what can Ghana Police Service are? And then I heard my Jeroboam Temple, who say, oh, we do a head office one fair, but the name of my time, Uramuna here. The Ghana Prison Service, same thing. And your office in the pill and a horn welfare, go do glass on black glass are there. So when you come, they will take you to the very nice places in their offices, but they will not take you to the deplorable states at the back of their offices. Ghana National Fire Service koko here. Oti di na fefe. Ugu sa build this one ba fefe. But who rabu wi na who say be brothers as na twibini. And them koye, and them say, and them basata. And they cannot speak for themselves because some kasada my phone say, hey, shut up. I'm your phone theater for when. But that is not how we should manage a country like Ghana. Maybe Edri. Na ye ba me no police for. E ma mo. Ye papa nom. Na ya born a body. Na ya ba ranks. Na de no mo ko na shepe. But okwa akade o de be ye adwuma kro ni bi. Now just imagine. Say the whole month. Fire tender. Car ya de e first e koko numja 750 Ghana cedis ya de mawo. The car no the conference session na kofelia. It's over 5,000 Ghana cedis. It to buy 750 Ghana cedis that said the what ebo e da boss no ataso. Won tehwe. Otu le ba ko nasa. Now, so they will end up extorting money from these people. No, I can't just say, Charlie, minifualu on the flip side of it. Sana Ghana blast for us, so don't want to ask what's here. Meboa. The ambulance service, sometimes they charge. But the Ghana National Fire Service will not charge. And all the police officers are. That's a case, be back at you say, hey, you pay case, be and I say, who follows that case? Or back at you say, we don't have resources to follow up the case. Meboa. We don't have the resources to follow up the case. Let me take crowd a hard time. I'm sorry, but no yare. The case also go follow. I don't know the Now, away from the security agencies, Bibi Sase, and the baby in temper. Bibi Sase, very simple question, say, baby, a Ghana. You keep your medical archives. I hoshi ye. Na charge judge say, oh, baby, I got to keep your archives, including COVID-19. Machines ni be here, never Ghana ni na shejurbe. Meboa. Please, with all due respect, you don't be talking no how far. Asam the bar. We try, sir. Yeah, what's some predators? I've been person my cardiac here. We try, some sound. Near Pentem, oh, no, but I send the Jashi here, and I said that, sir. So I want to ask questions. Some say, maybe a Ghana, you keep your archives, the medical archives. I work at a teaching hospital. Please, with all due respect, one simple question. How far is the place? How far? Any investigations I could do? Because if you have the videos are with you. Let me project me. My Ghana for you now, who may be a share, I work at a teaching hospital. And when I Ghana, you keep your archives. Your archives, your records are what are. You various hospitals. None report are what are you now. And the question. And that may be crowd. Me no can say. I say, ever people who have their offices within that place are working from home now as we speak. Meboa. Yay. Meboa. People who work within those offices for so many months as we see, people are still working from home. They are not working at their offices just because I want to wash it and nobody is talking anything, nobody is saying anything about it. And they took to say, months on. It is a commerce. Yes, I COVID-19 yeah. Now the far when they Ghana for sika bebrebe. I will go some COVID-19 levy. And then you see a compare one about kwasem. Near compare one archives information. And you free the Ghana medical archives, whatever. They were mostly friendly biano. You see a quack of ye bakumpo. Ye bakumpo. Ye bakumpo to crow them. Yakase, ye the Baba Kinkai. near here because that place has been burnt to ashes. Now, that's sad reality. You know me talk how far. Ashio. For so many months now. But so I would not be any other say. But Obia can want to. Obia di. Obia se me fa ho. As Obia refi. But me the BBC simple question say, how far? They say baby Ghana, you keep all our medical records in now. I want call a teaching hospital. How na Ashio? It is dear na aka. The reporter indicating the fact say horrible shit, the horrible shit, anyone led to whatever happened, bro. So report, you know, we cannot even find it. Where is that report? You remember Takano? Why? See, these are some of the things we need to put in place to ensure that Ghana will be a better place. Not to say, COVID-19, a better baby to send your monkey casa baby that your medical reports, various doctors say, yeah, you put it together. You see, it is Seattle, and then the better so, and then your presidents, and the casa, and the surveyors I agree with, and then the better so there. Machines are what? And what 3 million Ghana cities? Machines need that share. Do you remember no can say machines that share? Obia can only share. Memoir. Tell me something that's what make a memoir. I want somebody to be bold enough to tell me that's what make a memoir. Memoir, who can you say memoir? Machines are not the boy back. 3 million Ghana cities. Yay. Machines need that shit. Months on. Yeguso, Yabuboy, Yankawasam, no report. Nobody has been vilified, nobody has been vindicated, nobody has been punished, nobody has been called, nobody has been whatever. Yes, no. Plans are far advanced, like the politicians will always say. It's your man here to show. I said, your political parties know here to your man here to show. It's Sabibi talks about political party. We are quick enough to resolve those issues that bother the political party rather than issues that has to do with the interest of the people, which is permanent. Sir, asam trouble your four. And I'm your neighbor. Share, you won't pray. See about service issue in your phone. But say, come on, sir. Asam to Ghana near. And a BBC, your institutions won't chill. The way you see a young man, kukwasa, sa. As a bayasi, as a bayasi, as a bayasi. Say they like Absana Dena say. But say control your phone there. They are quick enough to resolve those issues because they have personal interest in all those ones. Memoir. More interest in them. But when they are no interest or come on yes can be any. On yes can be any. Enjoy it. But they prefer the one now, but just can be. And just can be. And then be the about the whole brand deal, or by because a hormona, the food to your pie, by hormone dear, the two crab pie. You get it? We are not willing to sacrifice ourselves well enough for our nation. And almost every minute, almost every hour, people seek for their own interests rather than the interests of Ghana. But hey, Ghana is the only country we have. Now, how can you tell me? How can you tell me? Say, baby, Ghana, say, Yaremi SC, the second COVID-19 CA. Near CA, Kipu Archives. Archives says records, a whole wall. It is a tell me that's before from this year. Near call pick information way. Near her report to oh okay. Yeah, we see and report where that way show yeah. Okay, so these are some of the issues. These are some of the factors. Okay, so these are the findings. These are the methodologies. Quite fast yeah. Oh, so this is the conclusion. This is how far we have come. Okay, and the year fast so the year find a B, the year find twaso and yes a far. Sam yamana year cano. Me say the in a jatum ashe and we're here for ashe. Obi ase bi mini hu anu ye bia ye ka ho hwe ye mo ho wa enka ho hwe me no kasa mo ye adwuma wo hodo mo no they are now working from home mo ye adwuma every fie some of them our private offices say wo hodo mo a eja to mo ho ma ne say those people have not been able to recover so they are working from home. How can we be treating Ghana? So some in Ghana you wouldn't and what's the there? How can we be treating Ghana when your party has said some in predecessor and ye yay? How can we be treating Ghana like this? I don't know you're more minor brosa. Look, everyone me catch us say, hey, who be a Ghana de wakoma subiano? I am privileged. Sir, my year Juma and the aboa Asante Kotoko pay. Now those times, say you call you hold them that's 2 years for or say. Wa be you know one Kotoko ye no. Kotoko be di wachi. Wa obey the suburb border biara so or those be di wachi. And of course, it is evidence the lives of civil drone ye diet ye bo di e bo di pa. Phobia me person be body there won na wo hwe won abrabo de we won abrabo sia ye na se na ye say Ghana baby ye wo ye etwa ye fruma e dia wa beto atete ye am ye yina ba bedu baby ye duri na ye say ye bo man na bra ye ka hu say ye ne ye boy ye ho abro enye o man ne ye boda bro. Of course I agree so called abahodo for bi so a ebinum individuals binum was catch o man nankasa there are some individuals who almost catch o man nankasa but they are able to account for what they do. Businesses are what we know. It is evidence, it is all over. But individuals who was catch Ghana. But the fundamental truth is that that's how you need was catching Ghana. Oh, that's the free here. That's the pay OBIJ. But Sandy Pokoro was catching Ghana. But then Zema and Yama the Ghana Bayano and Yama. When you listen and when you watch some of these things, you ask yourself, say, so why are people among your fire to me their show on sir? Treating Ghana to say the treaty today. Adam ye Ghana, sir. Say Ghana, you send me produce, oh, my major party. And now, papa will say at the party, no dear Joe said, J. Nasha su ye fama ye ya. Say ye be crack Ghana na. Say ye be crack Ghana na. Because almost everything is falling apart. Almost everything is falling apart. Share. Finally. Yajai about 500 bed capacity. Bed, Afari Military Hospital. Kwakwaji Mamenu, the former health minister, and Okoboy, Omumienu Ebaye, we trace Sabamon Nante, Waya Kokwasa, sa, Omotimia Hospital, and as the CRN say, Cecilia, 6 months on, almost 7 months on. In this administration, that same hospital is still marking time. Now, as we speak, 500 bed capacity. There are beds in the bush, but then but what is not free hospital be said. When you emergency, baby, I don't make sure there is no bed. Meboa. There's no bed. 250 bed capacity. I was say we are. It's in the bush. You see, I resource after the shit, every single thing in the hospital. But then now, you know, can say go to that same place. You see, baby, I acquire a first hospital. Honomono, Sakwan, Yenya hospital, but in Simrem. Emma, and you know, Mukania never call Honomo, Yenya hospital, that's Ureba for 8 good years. And then another Dakwa Memoir. But meanwhile, people are not getting a better place. So, but hey, do not forget. So, what goes around will surely come around. What goes around will surely come around. What was that? Sasabe, ya more payasa question BC, and I be body BC. But what was that the way and manner? Se bibi etuwa unnim se hono mumpo ene bia be kwakoto bana kwakoto baabi a na hono mukra de umma wakra da se hono mukra ba kwakoda hono mu da bi bada ebia na makwasianti ebia na nam yadwe nti na bibi nti ne de wakwakoto sa ba bi kuro no me kokai ne wasi all the best hospitals and they sing cry bada ebia se meto no na ensi won cry na kwakoto ebia tachiman akwakoto we bia bonga akwakoto we bia profufro bi so a omunni sa facilities ni bi kra and those are no by the day all those better facilities that what says in crime what says Kubase what says Itakrade no problem asem the beto no na nya kra na besi esi wo tachiman esi wo friends Itakrade and Kumase be wo kwesi wo sebe koketwa bia na umbu esusu said that me po be ko ho no mo da but do be ko na de na kwakosi esi wo wie a na fru na na wo wie wo sen that is why when you come back you begin to appreciate say those people over there should be able to give should be given a better quality of services or healthcare facilities but now if you say to wo there when you go do ye but the two one there sanko for no mo ye nipa babeka we the fundamental and basic things are abambia bada soya me to me onye hwe fa mame aye na sede na hede se so oye aye se sa aban eyi akwan eyi akwan a onye hwe aban esisi school adaya onye hwe adan e provide apomuden ayare sabia onye hwe aban eyi e friend said these are basic and basic fundamental and them is a baby about so yeah meboa but hey and you shada ekwo ho rally eya ho picnic e friend and animal trakunya ni abodwa date adaya yese ba bebie community clinic ano community clinic ni afre omanpai no do so di akire kukufa no okọ adaya akọ be community clinic ano that is how they do it in our country so sometimes no abai is able to think outside the box ya hu amamu ahudo bebre oba not we have a joy assume and I miss hospital way and I mean a way and I mean a way all those things are basic fundamental nema is a baby I had man before meboa and a lot of places in Ghana any so one meboa na a lot of places in Ghana do not even have water to drink. Osha new wage of foreign as I make my 11 and then my 11 or 7. New wage at my 11 for and so for more than a month the bosumi when you so no meboa mo abote chado meboa mo nya so no meboa various places in the central business district in the greater Accra region in the Ashanti region the Takrade or various places in Ghana they are not getting quality water to drink meboa na. But the car, and I'm a NPP no do, and I'm a NDC no do, and I'm to say the do, and I'm there. Ya learning your home, affiliate your home to a certain political party, rather than affiliating ourselves to the good people and of course the nation as at large. And don't ever your form. And never cost a boy a form. And no na some brothers say you would the other answer. You better so akwa for your butri here as a mafia ho. Ne akwa sre wuska. Obekwada papa and trimo fujune. No de animu kukufa no akwa bi small boy bi ho no mo. Wanom jota man see na ahye. No akwa no mo. No aka say na ye dey amobra o enti ye pebe 3 billion US dollars na ye dey akwakwhye economy ni mu na economy na timi agina ne na so hey yay in the history of our republic Ghana call IMF 17 times. Ask yourself say da ben na Ghana be jai bosiabo da ben and Ghana e be jai bosiabo because most of these projects ye kwakwaje bosia say be di na no Bosiano esi wono ade no yaye bi sika ne so asa but de nya nwie ye so you ask yourself say why no na sika ne kokodi wo ho Mumisa is excellency the former president na nada da Akufo-Addo Akufo-Addo team maternity blog ada ye 990 na fa 990 oba te so akata say wakofa akra mono and na si so no because sika ne wo ho no mo o de ba be ye e magana fo etime nya wo ho fa ahodie kubase fo nya ho fa ahodie Akufo-Addo for nya wo fa ahodie o te so no problem and now kopem na as we speak the project is still marking time. The project is still marking time and we are happy. Yedo NPP, yedo NDC, and yedo CPP, and yedo political party, but Ghana eni akumanim. But we the police for any other security agencies for bre. Oko mu fia wa hwe pa na ka chom so, o be so bu ko bu washroom, wa hwe abefe. Obefe. Eso yebu ye ni go so, ye fa ho and the affordable housing, Sagleme, and the Siwurem, and the Air Pro for more than 8 years. It's Siwurem, the Air Pro. And now, you took two Sika and the Gurem. Go to other places. Korean project, you just go Urema, essay, all the names say Ghana, a baby by or so about Yejuma, or by ya, or Jaban, that the SC Hormo, why you want to also, and on the back from and what the SC Hormo, and I go waste. This is the type of country we are living in. Now, Mr. Trade up on Yakupo, so we are more. Offer a full swatch. No man paying for them, the enemy answer me a Gia. I want to be more mine. That's a move from my community, that's a more cocktail fear. No more the way a Ghana say, yeah. Omeka say, your body, a body dimpa at the account. Your body bonnet, so I be a body bonnet the account. All the presidents have Ghana had work on you. See a body, that's your body and Kawaka, who said, Yama Bay and so phone. Yay. And then we celebrate and hail the birth and death of the Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Apart from a Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, President Baby and Yaboni Di Wagana. As you see, President Abako. Yenya, I'm a paying for Mama Bako, but they are celebrating Dr. Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And you declared the day the class a holiday, Meboa. Yet 21st September, you declared a holiday. In 21 more year day. Oh, by a Juma Ben, what kind of legacy can you leave behind? Oh, me that me buy my resources the Ghana Police Service for, and my money and a security agencies for, and my money well equipped. How can you tell me that police need cooperation, sir? Also, the car crow they call. Car somebody nam tan. Car two wusie sa basa. So therefore, come with the number two wusie. Obey so you need to acquire no piaka. Bakunsi, mienusi, miesensi. Na muka wo na yempia. Basa tan. Na fire service for no more so quite no more shot to acquire so 750 Ghana cedis. The mouse want to four. I mean, what kind of a man the essentially basa? Yay. I'm not Esu be kokai yese kwabna ne oye a friend say amanyoni we ga the sika tena ga the sika so. Ye chi na ye. So that was mo pekere for attach no. Yakao ye pekere for attach ye pedache no dem no kasa kene for attach da so na mo no free. Bona bosi wa Ghana kro no. Bona bosi wa wadi Ghana wu. But as it stands now, he is walking freely. We are building a country, not a political party. Let us pay attention to every single institution in Ghana. They are making sure say those institutions let me a in Nassau, Nama Ghana, aye krabe here. And then the idea you pay. And then the idea you hear. Ghana for the come near the bread and the before and the two aba and it's a chemuno. So what's all bad as on my me or two for Kaye. Ghana for the before and come and then the bread to about the tiao. You're Ghana home. You're Ghana when the political parties first in Jay. The political parties do not have any future. Like the NPP, about future, hey, let me here, the party that's here. Yeah, the party that's here. Tan.